This is the plaintiff, Tammy Myers. She says the defendant, her husband, stopped paying for the car they bought together once they split up, and that's so not right. In fact, he still has the car, drives the thing, and isn't even making payments on it. She is. The defendant's taken enough from her, and she wants her $2,019.58 returned. This is the defendant, Paul Myers. He says the plaintiff kicked him out of the house, and they've been separated ever since. When they were together, all the money for the car came out of his paychecks, and he's paid more than his fair share for it. This lawsuit's ludicrous because the plaintiff knows he doesn't owe her any money and is just attempting to take him for everything he's got. He's accused of not treating his wife right.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff and her husband stopped paying for the car they bought when they split up. But the defendant says the plaintiff kicked him out of the house and the money for the car came out of his paychecks. It's the case of, baby, you can drive my car for a price.
Tammy Myers, you are suing your husband, Paul Myers, for $2,019.58 that you say he owes you for a car. Tell me what's going on.
First with the car,
No, first you two. You are married right now?
Oh, yes.
And you've been married for how long?
8 years.
And do you have children together? Do you have children?
We have one child, yes.
One child who's how old?
15.
You guys split up when?
September 30th.
And by split up, that means he moves out and you break up. Mm-hmm. But you guys have not filed for divorce.
No.
Neither one of you have filed for divorce.
No, ma'am.
How come? Haven't gotten around to it?
I just don't have the funds for it, so
You don't have
that's
the funds
why I
for
didn't do it.
All right, the funds to what? Hire a lawyer or pay a filing fee?
Whatever. I don't know what it is to
How
get a divorce.
do you know it's not $15? How do you know what it is? You haven't even looked into it?
No.
You're in no rush, and apparently you're in no rush either? Are you guys thinking about getting back together?
He's already dating someone.
He's already dating someone, so it doesn't look that way? Okay. All right, so you break up in September. Why do you break up?
I told him to leave the house. I went to the bank to get the money out of the bank to pay the rent. And his checks go direct deposit to our joint account. And when I went in to get the money, there was nothing but $5 in the account. I didn't know anything that I wasn't told by him that he was putting stop deposits to the account, nothing. It was just a blindside when I went there.
Okay, so what, you were mad at him because he stopped direct depositing the paycheck?
He stopped direct depositing his pays in there and then wasn't giving me anything out of it to support the bills or anything like that.
Okay, but you find out about it and you throw him out at the same time. There was no meantime, right?
No, I called him up and I had a phone conversation with him.
And what did he say?
I told him there's no money in the account. They said that your checks weren't deposited in there, and he said I put stop payment to it. And I had asked him, why didn't you tell me about the stop payments? And he said, I was going to talk to you about that when you get home.
So what did he say? Well, why did he do that?
He said because I wasn't giving him money for cigarettes and lunch, but I bought his lunch. He had lunch every day, never went without lunch. And his cigarettes, I also bought his cigarettes.
Okay, whatever. People have their own style. You can't touch this. All right, so you wanted his paycheck to be direct deposited into the joint account?
No, I didn't want it. He did that on his own.
Okay, but you wanted it to continue, and it didn't, and he decides he wants more access to his money, so your 8-year marriage is over?
It wasn't more access to the money. There was also other stuff involved with
Usually, I find. So is it that you just didn't trust him with the money?
I didn't trust him himself.
Was there another woman?
From what I hear.
All right. So you guys break up, and he moves out. You ask him to move out.
Mm-hmm.
And he moves out, and now there's a car that he drives that is in whose name?
My name.
All right. And there are payments to a credit card because you used cash advance from the credit card to pay for the car?
We just used the credit card. They just swiped the credit card.
Okay. You just use a credit card. So now there are payments that have to be made on that credit card for that car.
Mm-hmm.
But the credit card is under your name.
Yes.
So then he leaves and now he takes the car, but he's stiffing you with the bill from the credit card.
Yes.
Did you ever call him and say you got to keep paying this?
I did ask them about the paying it, and he said that should have been paid off months ago. And
why should it have been paid off months ago?
She had control of all money. I had no
No,
control.
but why, when your math, should it have been paid off months ago?
Because she should have been paying the bill.
Okay, but what are you saying, that there have been enough monthly payments where it should have been over with? I don't
Well,
understand why it should have been months ago.
There wasn't. Well, first of all, there was no agreement where I was paying I had to pay back. I paid for everything. I paid for all 9 of her credit cards.
Okay.
I paid for every
Was
bill
she
in the
working
house.
or no?
No. No.
All right. So you were paying for everything, but
I had absolutely no control. I had no control of the bank. I had no bank card, no checks. There was no way for me to get money in the bank. My money went in there, and I got an allowance.
and you got an allowance?
Yeah, it came down to where she handed me $10 at the end of the week and said, "This is what you get," and that doesn't pay for my gas to get back and forth to work. That's it.
Well, no, but don't you have access to your joint account too?
No, ma'am,
Why not?
because that's how she wanted it.
Yeah, but it's a joint account. You do have access.
Right.
You mean she didn't like you to?
Yeah, I wasn't allowed.
You weren't allowed. Okay, well that's something you permitted for too long, I guess. But apparently she might have a reason why she wants to know about your expenses.
Dude, no, there's
No?
no reason.
It sounds like she didn't trust you. She felt like you were up to no good.
There's no reason for her not to trust
I mean,
me.
you pretty much you got over it pretty quickly, didn't you?
No, I didn't get over anything. I'll tell you how quick she got over it. On September 30th at 3:30, I got a text message from her stating, being as I want to take the money out of the account, I can pack my stuff and I can get out. She doesn't need me or my money. An hour later, on her Facebook, she put she was separated. 2 hours later, she threw a party
How do you know she threw a party?
because it was all on Facebook.
So when two people are married and they have a joint account, can one person raid the account basically?
Yeah, they can. If you're going to put your money into the account with somebody else, then they should feel free to grab as much as they want.
Seem right to you? They can just raid the account.
I don't think so. I think they should have equal opportunity to the amount of money there is.
Yeah, but if they raid it, are they allowed to raid it?
No, they should not be able to allow to rate it. They should not be able.
See, that's the problem with a joint account going inside the courtroom.
Did you throw a party?
No, I did not throw a party after I made him leave. That's so false. But do I have people come over on Saturdays? Yes, I do.
Every weekend.
So your 8-year marriage broke up and you had people come over anyway?
No.
That sounds
Had
like a
nothing to do
party.
with that.
All right. So now, what is your premise that that's her credit card and she's continued to use it
She's bought everything on the credit cards.
on that same credit card?
Well, she has 9 of them.
I know,
She
but
has
my
9 of
question
them.
to you is: you say you kept a credit card that was just for the car payments?
No, ma'am.
When we used the credit card at that time, it
that's
was
easy
just
to
for the
figure
car.
out. Just hand me then the credit card statements for the last year for that credit card, so I can see
Oh,
that.
I don't have it for the last
Oh, you
year.
don't have that, right?
I don't have it for the last year.
Okay, what do you got?
I have-
I have to see that other stuff hasn't been charged on it.
It wasn't being used for anything else.
Then
But
just
then
prove
I
it to me. I just need to see the
now
statement.
transferred that balance over to another credit card for low interest rates because he wasn't paying it. And
Okay, you
went.
just need to prove to me it wasn't used for anything else. By proving,
but I'm
and the way
saying this card that went here, it does, and I wrote down that the $600 and some, that's the difference on it was because we both bought my son a PlayStation.
Okay, do
and
you
school
understand what I'm
clothes.
asking? I need to see that this is not just a credit card bill of yours that you're trying to get him to pay. And by to see that, I need to see the last many months of statements where there is no other charge on that credit card. I don't know if that you're just showing me something that shows a balance, and I'm supposed to take your word for it what that balance is for. It doesn't work that way. Look, can I just tell you something? No matter what, you know where this has to go? Divorce court. Okay? But when you go to divorce court, you better have your ducks in a row and have your statements from before. As for the car, I'm going to dismiss it without prejudice to you to bring it up in divorce court at the divorce. Because you're going to have to do this. You don't have to hire a lawyer for it. You can just go through self-help. Where are you guys from? I guarantee where you're from in New Jersey has a self-help test. Just call. I just think that it's so fresh that neither one of you have really pushed to go ahead and do this. But that's how you're going to get all these things straightened out. And then people are going to settle. You two are going to sit down at a table with if you can't afford a lawyer, there's someone who's going to sit there and try to negotiate with you. You take this bill, you take that bill. Because even though the car is in your name, if you bought that car while you were together, guess what? She's got to claim to half of it. And and even though the stuff you walk into the marriage with, it's yours. But the stuff that you get while you're married, that's joint. So people are going to have to sit down and spread this out and figure this stuff out and take into account the best interest of the child. Okay? This is not the place to do it. All right, good luck, folks.
Hold on, please.
Well, the plaintiff's the first one out of the courtroom after that ruling from Judge Miliana. Are you disappointed that it wasn't able to be totally resolved in here?
Yep,
What's your next step now, you think?
taking him back to court.
Are you able to parent together for the benefit of the young person?
He visits my son.
Okay.
Our son.
You look mad.
I am mad because I don't even feel like talking. Can I leave?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
Watch your step, man.
All right, so step on in here. From your side of things, how do you see it now?
She's continuously coming after me for money, and it's ridiculous. It just needs to stop. For the benefit of our son.
Well, that is, the other parent.
Yes.
For a lifetime.
Yeah.
So what can you do to lower the temperature and get the job as parents
I guess
done?
it's time to go to court and go to divorce court. There's nothing else I can say.
Okay, Harvey?
So the bottom line here is that when two people have a joint account, either person has access to take whatever they want out. What you should be doing if you have a joint account, and even if you're married, you should do this. You should be looking at the balance from time to time. No matter how much you trust the other person, know what is in that account.